I am sitting inside the passenger, the shotgun, right? I can just do this. I mean, I can lay down. This is the trunk. Flat. Wow, look at that. Yeah. Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I introduce newly released Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. And I'm here at EV Trend 2025 at Seoul Co-X. This is an annual event held here in Korea where all the EV related infrastructures and manufacturers, not just the automakers, but also everything and anything EV, from the charging facility, technologies, accessories, everything tied together with an EV. But as you saw from the thumbnail, I'm here to cover Kia PV5 Passenger. We met this car back in 2025 Seoul Mobility Show, but that was only the exterior back then because Kia decided not to open up the doors just yet. Maybe it wasn't ready, but I have it here all on the display, so let's go check it out. However, there is just no way of me skipping on this EV4 GT line, the latest car from Kia family in terms of an EV, as well as this is the first EV sedan from Kia and second one from Hyundai Motor Group family after Hyundai Ioniq 6. For your information, I have a side-by-side comparison video with the EV4 together with the Ioniq 6, and I also recently have finished test driving the car over 1,000 kilometers from Seoul to Busan round trip. Used it as my daily grocery getter, business trips, you name it. And it definitely serves the purpose and lives up to the title to be the first EV sedan, perfectly fit, adequately made and tailored for a family who's in the market looking for an EV sedan. Once again, I have full detailed review of the car on the channel, so feel free to check them out. The only gripe that I had about the car thus far, maybe depending on where you are and how your EV life is, a charger port on the sides perhaps. Like I said, this is the drop-down charger port, and this is a very clever way of Kia utilizing the charger port such way found on the EV3 as well, which will soon be found on the EV5 that we'll get here in Korea as well. So the only gripe that I got thus far is this rear design, the quarter design of the EV4. I don't know, you guys be the judge. Tell me in the comment below how you actually like this design. I liked it a lot, although there is the hatchback version sold in selected markets, for instance Europe, that Korea does not get. And I think the design actually is complete with a hatchback design, especially with the Kia EV4. Maybe that's because I'm a hatchback person, and that probably is the reason behind this tail lamp design. But thanks to the car's design, the tailgate opens up vertically like so, and despite the look on the outside, it provides a lot of space. Once again, I've actually tested it all out in real life, felt it all to myself. Please refer to that video for more details about the EV4. Now that the crowd has cleared up a little bit, this is the car that we are here for today, PV5 Passenger. Finally, it's good to see you again with the doors open, and this is the latest design language, star map signature lighting of the Kia brand that we have seen, and this is the DRL, of course, daytime running lights. So on the front is the charging port, just like so, located right in the middle center of the car. So it has the AC and DC written on it, very self-explanatory. Press on the top for the AC charging and press on the bottom for the DC charging, just like so. And I do like the paying attention to detail like that, the finish around the cover, so it's going to make less of the rattling noise as well as keeping the charger port clean from the dust. There is the LED lighting for the nighttime charging, which is a must. And it would have been nice if it is all automated, but something that I'll be telling you on and off throughout the review is that this is a freight vehicle. This is a commercial vehicle. So every cent, every dollar lowered on the cost of production actually does matter and gets converted into its profitability as well as the competitiveness in the market. And Kia brought this car out to be the market trend in order to lead its freight and commercial vehicles. As the name suggests, PV, Purpose Vehicle 5. And there are more numbers to come. This only makes the debut and the start with the era of electrifications as well as the mobility era to come. Once again, this car is set to be the commercial vehicle, but as the name suggests, passenger. So there are many people checking out the car as your leisure, activity, weekend car, family car, which this car is all about. Before I jump inside, I want to tell you about nitty-gritty things, which my channel is all about. Active air flap underneath that will open and close accordingly when needed in order to cool the battery down and other necessary coolants. So the car is designed together with multiple components all around. There is the plastic cladding underneath and the body paint color in the middle together with the gloss finish on top as well. Well, the plastic cladding, because this is a commercial vehicle, this is the area that gets scratched, damaged, and bumped into a lot. So it's for the easy replacement and upgrade and change and service if you need. Speaking of which, this whole front assembly found on the front is composed of the aluminum component right there as an assembly, as you can see right there. So the difference arises from the conventional cars is that when there's a front damage on the car, you could step on the pothole, you could get into a mild accident, if you will. So the difference with that is that you can actually detach the whole assembly and replace the whole thing, and then you're fixed just like that. Of course, much faster repair time. This being a commercial truck, every hour and every day, this car being kept at repair shop, that means money lost, money gone. So that's really important to this car. That is the whole reason behind it. And in order to have all that working, this actually sits a little higher up from the ground in order to make that work. The designs, the functions, the features, and the numbers about the car, I actually did go over it in my previous video. So please refer to that video for the numbers and specs, because as you can see, the car is getting so much love. This is the quarter glass on the front. I mean, this is the opera glass backwards or the flag type glass on the pillar. And what this does is that it actually eliminates extra blind spot incurred somewhere around here. So this is slightly bigger than the size of my palm, if you will. Of course, the car being, this is one of the largest you can find in the market, but this flag type glass alone eliminates a lot of blind spot found somewhere here. So imagine how many accidents this alone would have eliminated and prevented around the world. It's safety first for any car, but especially more so with vehicles that run around in our cities and operate pretty much 24/7. Speaking of which, this car is made upon E-GMP.S, which stands for Electric Global Modular Platform Service. So this is more like a modified version of the E-GMP that we've been seeing throughout the Hyundai Motor Group's EVs, such as EV6, Ioniq 9, EV9, you name it. So it has the .S at the end, meant for the service. Once again, all of this detail I did go over and cover in my previous and first PV5 video, so please refer to that. And this is the trunk of the PV5 Passenger, and as you can see, it almost opens up 90 degrees. I mean, it's got to be 90 degrees, right? So it opens up like that, with two buttons right here, fully automated. For your information, it works pretty much the same with all Hyundai Motor Group cars, is that physically move the trunk to the level you want to set, just like so, right? And then press hold this trunk button for a few seconds. You're gonna hear the beep, just like so. And next time you open up the trunk is only going to open up to this level, to the preset that you just put. We'll find out. This is the rectangle and straight lines everywhere, box car design. And there is no physical design that can actually beat the design of a box in terms of the capacity inside. So this is the level of the height I set, as I showed you. So in order to make it to the full maximum height, just push it up like that. Do it one more time. Set it at that level. So there is the safety feature with the trunk lid, just like so. Yep. It's gonna give you a gentle push like that. Because of the size, it takes forever pretty much to open up and down, but this is one of a kind, one of the design that I haven't seen before. Flat. Wow, look at that. Look how flat that is. There is the rear wiper. There still is no rear camera on the brake lights. That's quite surprising, because that's something that I thought is gonna come for sure, because all the physical views are obstructed together with the commercial vehicle, as well as even for the passenger too. When you have people sitting inside and things loaded up, the view is going to get obstructed. And Hyundai Motor Group already has the digital center mirror, DCM, that actually allows you to provide digital view out the rear glass. Maybe we just didn't get it yet on this model. Fingers crossed, we will soon get it, or at least in your market. So this is the truck. Excuse me, I keep saying truck because I've been reviewing a pickup truck, Musso EV. So if you're curious about that, check it out. So it's not a truck bed. This is the trunk compartment. And this is just absurd. Look at this. The size I can get inside. I mean, I can lay down. This is only the third row. This is the second row upright. It's only with the third row seats folded down. So you can see massive storage. Just it's storage everywhere. So latches for your cargo nets, and also right here, you can install genuine parts here, and you can get very creative with your Kia PV5. I will show you about all that because it's added on the wall over there. So imagination is only your limit. You can install all this, make a use of, and customize the car to your needs. So the cup holders, gigantic ones, both two of them on this side and that side as well. And that is probably the luggage screen, and gigantic D-quarter glass. Again, square box shape everywhere. And also check out how low it sits from the ground. I am 176 centimeter tall, and this is the level of the ground clearance I have. You can easily sit inside like so. Doesn't matter how big of an SUV it was. This is like no other. It's very easy to step inside. It is something that you really have to feel and see for yourself. As much as the trunk is important, it's of course the second row seat together with the first row. So let's go check it out. So the lighting for the third row, and that I believe is also for the accessories. Just so you know, it says right here, it is a pre-production model, so it might differ from the production model, but I doubt that. I also like this finish around the truck bed here because items will be flying around. It will also touch the backside of the cover, therefore it is to prevent such from happening. So rear view cam together with the license plates. Once again, the latest design language of Kia cars, that is the digital star map signature lighting together with the tips and points you see towards the end. So connect all this. This is the star map. All right, so let's go check out the second row of the PV5, and it is fully automated just like so. So you can open up the car using the handle here, and that's also lock and a lock button just like so. You can control the seat using this lever here, and I see the heated seat button right here as well. What the slider looks like underneath, and I like the door handle here, so those with difficulties can easily get in and out of the vehicle. So just like that, when you fold the seat, it actually dives down. So it is a sinking seat, just like so. And it also tilts backwards. So there's a lot of difference between the seat angles of the seats, tilted and untilted. You can actually use the door handle to close and open up the door, or just use that button to open and close the door as well. The wall of accessories that you can install and include on the PV5 that I told you. It's very self-explanatory. It will do what it looks like it's gonna do, and that is for your sunglasses, addition to your rail. So those are the boxes, and you can rotate these to lock and unlock the system as well. So that is the emergency kit. Your umbrella storage, I like that touch. That is a must for a big car like that, because umbrellas are always flying around inside your cargo, right? Refer to that video for more details so you can get very creative with that. And all of this is because the car is fully electric, 100% electric commercial vehicle, and the passenger car as well. All right, so behind me is another PV5. Kia collaborated together with LG, the LG electronics we know of. It's SPIELRAUM Studio, and all the important thing is located on the back. And we did meet this car back in Seoul Mobility Show, so I'm gonna quickly fly through. So this is a clothing shop on the go, as you can see. So it has a retractable hanger like that. You can hang your coats and outfits just like so. Shoes, purses, you can get very creative. Wherever you go, park the car, open it up, you have your shop right over there. So I think it's gonna make a perfect vehicle for flea markets and the vehicle that travel around to such markets. All right, let's get inside the second row of the PV5. Same thing, you can unlock the door using that, the door handle, as well as the door button right there too. So use that to unlock the car as well. So let's get inside. And this is the second row seat, tilted all the way back, reclined, pushed back all the way. Just look at the crazy amount of bench seats. It's like no other, something that we have never ever seen. And also the amount of headroom that we get inside. Well, of course, it's because of the physical size of the car, but I think they've done a great job with the interior design as well. So I'm inside the second row seat of PV5 Passenger, and I can close the door inside using a button like that. And this is a massive interior, no surprise. Thanks to the box shape on the outside, all of that got converted and translated into storage and space inside. And I think that's gonna be a window. Yes, it is. Look at that. That's such a cute touch. So you actually do have a physical window out this way, so you get some fresh air. And this really does remind me of those minibuses when I was a young kid. I absolutely loved it. There's another door handle here, a physical one. So there are two buttons, both inside out of the PV5. You can open and close using that handle, that button, and the ones that I've been showing you from the outside. And this interior color too, the combination, Kia has gone above and beyond. It's not that boring color kind of found on buses and whatnot. They didn't miss out the C-type charging ports on each of the seats, although I don't see 100 watt written on it, because I know some of the Hyundai Motor Group cars do pump out 100 watt charging capacity. This one just doesn't have it yet. And let me also show you the level of inclination and declination. This is the first angle, and you can lock it at, I'm not even gonna count it, it's just multiple ways. So this is locked at the first angle, and that is pushed out to its maximum. There is only lighting in the middle, nothing over there, and nothing on the side either. And dual pockets on the passenger seats, and gigantic handle for you to easily let in and out of the vehicle, and AC vents in the middle. I think it should have been bigger than this due to the size of the car. And the V2L inside that you can pull, use the electricity from the inside of the vehicle, not only the outside. And that is the outlet for you to extend and get creative using the Kia accessories I've been showing you. And this is the lower part of the first row from the second row seat. You can see the first row seat is boosted from the floor of the second row, just like so. And of course, due to the car being, you can easily let in and out, go walk past through the second row seats of the PV5, just like so. So what's different with the PV5 is that the door opens up almost 90 degrees to the sides. And if you've been there before, you guys know how useful and practical this is. Yes, you're gonna need a lot of space in order to open up the door like this, but being able to only open up the door this much versus that opens up a whole new door of getting creative with this car. The door and interior, once again, I did go over it in depth in my previous video, so please refer to that. Although this is the first interior color that we haven't seen on commercial versions, because this is the passenger seat. Seems like Kia did pay extra attention, providing us more cute colors, if you will. So the brown interior, that is the latch for your door, and that's as low as the windows go down on the first row, just like so. Extra pockets and storage everywhere, like the name suggests. And that is the step and interior for the shotgun. And right here is the extra storage that you can pop open, just like so. It's not completely through, but it's really deep inside, so you can store anything horizontal and long inside should you need. So there are multiple ways of seating adjustment as well. 2, 4, 6, and 8. So 8-way seat configuration on the passenger seats, and more storage underneath right over here as well. I guess it's closed for the display purpose now, but more storage over here as well as storage over there on the driver's side. Door handle found here, so you can easily get in and out of the vehicle just like so. And so now I am inside the passenger seat of the PV5. Nothing out of the ordinary, to be honest. Everything is where it needs to be. Drop down glove box just like so. But the thing is, this kind of space and the sensation you get inside this car, but you have no idea about because we've never had this car in the market just yet. This is going to alter the lifestyle of a family, how the weekend of a family is going to look like when this gets pushed out the factory line, that is for sure. Because I know a lot of people are waiting for this PV5 Passenger because this is just so much more than Kia Carnival or Hyundai Staria that we have been seeing. This is truly one of a kind that will heavily depend on the ride and drive as well. I think that will be the key factor differentiating and targeting the customers who are leaning towards Kia Carnival over this PV5 and vice versa. And this is the beauty of PV5 that I'll show you. That is, I am sitting inside the passenger, the shotgun, right? I can just do this. So I can easily jump into the driver's seat and the passenger seat, meaning that I can easily get out using the passenger seat after I have parked in a tight pillars, tight parking lot, you name it. And there is also this armrest that I can tilt up and down, so I have this completely through and through. And the passengers can also do the same, making exiting the car out this way, just like so. And just by nature, I automatically grab onto this part of the door. This works as the door handle when you are opening and closing the door, but when you're not, this works as a storage. So the interior wise, it's the same thing as the one that we have been seeing from the original PV5 that we met before. But of course, let me show you the interior of the PV5 Passenger as well. So this is not the biggest display we have been seeing. It is actually one of the smallest indeed. I'm not so sure about the size of it. I will include it on the screen. It only shows the necessary information, so the doors and the car being opened, the driving range, the SOC, status of charging, and the status of seatbelts, the temperature outside, all the self-explanatory features as you can see. So no HUD outside. The steering wheel on the left is ADAS related, on the right is the phone and media related. It is the same thing as the other HMG cars that we have been seeing. There's a drive mode in the middle, and it's gonna do Eco, Normal, and Snow. So the charging status, it's showing 337 kilometers of driving range at 89% of SOC. I will include in the screen how much it can travel at a full charge. There's also the paddle shifters for you to change the region brakes. Utilizing that, it also shows I together with the plus and A together with the minus on the right. So I think it is fair to say that the car might come with the iPedal 3.0, the latest iPedal tech there is from Hyundai Motor Group. But I will double check and find out during my test drive. And there's the column type shifter found on all of the latest Kia EVs, and thanks to that, nothing is found in the middle, the center console, therefore providing this outrageous space and storage in the middle. So the cup holders and other storage here and there. This is the iPhone Pro, and that is the size of storage you can expect to find. Just look at this, it's massive storage everywhere. And other infotainment system and detailed controls of the car, I actually will have a separate video where I have gone over all of the details about the infotainment system, so refer to that video for more information. Just so you know, this is a different system from other Hyundai Motor Groups thus far. This is the first car to get the 16:9 ratio display that revealed itself at Plios 2025. More details about it in my previous video, please refer to that. Simply put, it's not a CCNC. The OS is actually Android based, and that will provide all the third-party apps, which will allow developers to come up with their own third-party app. Although it's not 100% widely available and open to the public, that will come in the near future. And Kia knows better, that's where the future lies. And rest of the self-explanatory buttons, you can close the second row door, sliding doors using these buttons, power door off, auto hold, parking alarms, and parking view cam. Clear, crisp, just like so. It's a must with a big size car like this. And the C-type charging ports, and yes, the one of them has 100 watts. I knew that E-GMP is capable of giving us that 100 watts, but not on the left one though. That is for the cabled Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wired connection. One in the middle, right there, is the wireless charging pad and more storage underneath. Just like so, you can slide it out for extra storage and drop down glove box, just like so. So much love and hype around the Kia PV5 Passenger because it's one of a kind, something that people have been waiting for. So I actually had to run away, wrap up the video with this PV5 that we met once again back in 2025 Seoul Mobility Show. I have details about the car in that video, so please refer to that one. But I have full operation of the infotainment system found on PV5 Passenger in the walk around ASMR video, so please refer to that video. So let's get some numbers out of the way. This PV5 made from E-GMP.S. It's front wheel driven and it pushes out 120 kilowatts, which is roughly about 161 horsepower. And the other PV5 that we met, it showed 319 kilometers to go at 85% of charge SOC. So on the paper, it says that it will travel 375 kilometers, but that number is going to slightly change depending on which variant PV5 you own and drive, because there is some gutted out PV5, whereas some of the PV5s are fully stuffed, as we have been seeing. More of the numbers and details about the car I will include in the description below, because today was the first day and first time. And that is the only car that's currently available as a PV5 Passenger for me to sit inside and take a look at. The numbers are not officially out yet. I will update it in the description as I hear more. So that is it for today's video, going over meeting PV5 Passenger finally in person. Stay tuned for the next video where I will be test driving, taking this car to places with my family as a weekend getaway car. I'm going to have the blast driving that car around, and also when the car is stationary parked for chabak. Chabak is staying inside, sleeping inside your car, which is really big here in Korea. Alright, that really is it for today. Your #1 source of KTM, Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe CarSceneKorea if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Once again, hopefully with a test drive of this PV5 Passenger. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.